Alden Davis is here. Hey, Alden, put your name in the. This is a way to get your name in the history books, maybe. Well, it is.
Well, it is.
We're going to school today.
We are going to school today, and this week I was leading a set of business development and sales workshops for a great group of engineers. From that, we are going to take 4 lessons in selling and applying to us as individuals. It's great insight. So get today's handout at myvaluetree.com and make sure to stay with us because we'll begin right after weather and sports.
And all that. Time to go to school, kids. Alden Davis is here, and it's time for our little Star Power deal. Alden, of course, is a consultant. Works for many major companies. In fact, you're working for a geology company this week.
Geotechnical, GEI, great group of people. They focus on remediation and all sorts of great foundation work.
Well, so this is just basically a way to kind of, goose yourself a little bit and, get yourself, shine up and put on your top hat and, go out there and do something.
That's exactly right. Welcome to our Saturday morning coaching session where our goal is to thrive in these uncertain times by focusing our star power. What does it take to get an audience for your ideas? How do you set the stage so that people are receptive to hearing your message? What gets the yes, Ray? Well, it's selling. It's all about selling. But do you need a personality to sell? Is an award-winning smile, perfect teeth, great looks, and a shiny personality a prerequisite?
Yes.
Well, no. Sorry. If so, many of us would be out of luck.
It's easy.
But your coach is offering 4 no's you must have. 4 topics to be familiar with, things you must, K-N-O-W.
As in no. There you are.
First, know why you are unique. What is it about you that makes you special? I like this quote from Michael Goldhaber, author of The Attention Economy. If there is nothing very special about your work, no matter how hard you apply yourself, you won't get noticed, and that increasingly means you won't get paid much either.
Oh.
Simply stated, have a claim you can make about yourself. For me, I'm the corporate plumber. I solve complex management problems with a group-based process. That is my claim. What's yours? Name it and claim it. Right. Why should I buy you or your ideas if there is nothing special about you? Hey, here's something exciting. Let's have average people doing average work to average standards and make average money. Never. Claim your uniqueness. Second, know your heritage of great projects. What projects have you worked on or participated in of which you are proud? I am constantly amazed at how little we know about each other and how little people share their accomplishments. Your track record speaks to your credibility. Being able to brag seems difficult for many people. They don't know how to talk about what they've done, or they believe their work has been insignificant. I'm reminded of a story about a traveler in the Middle Ages who visited a city where many stonecutters were working.
All right.
Approaching several, he asked the question, "What are you doing?" The first stonecutter replied, "I'm cutting stone. It's tall work, but it pays the bills." A second stonecutter responded, "I'm the best stonecutter in the land. Look at the smoothness of the stone, how perfect the edges are." A third pointed to a foundation several yards away and said, "I'm building a cathedral." One lacked purpose altogether. The second was proud of the work he did, but the third clearly had a sense of purpose for the greater reason for his work. Share the greater purposes you have worked on. For me, my brag is helping lead an effort that turned around a factory scheduled for closure, and that effort was so successful it was written up on the front page of the Wall Street Journal. What's your brag? Third, know the sweet spot of your project size. This means having a realistic sense of your capability. Nothing hurts you more than overcommitting and underperforming. $600 an hour attorneys get that rate because they handle complex and large projects that a $100 an hour person would fail at.
Okay.
Over our careers, the desire is to grow into larger projects if you want bigger challenges and more money. I most enjoy large-scale systems change within institutions of increasing complexity. I'm an engineer and like the challenge of new problems. The first company I was in was $500 million in sales, followed by $2 billion, then $9 billion, and $52 billion. And now I'm trying to move into the social arena. Each system is increasingly complex. What is the scope of projects you can handle? Fourth, know how to stay current. Remember, we are talking about your ability to improve people's receptivity to hearing your message. We're talking about selling you and your ideas. Our final lesson is to stay relevant. If I walk in with my glasses from 1991 carrying a 3.5-inch floppy disk, chances are I don't come across as current.
Right.
If my last certificate on the wall is from 1985 Ollie Wright's material management course, you have every reason to be suspicious of my counsel. With the world moving faster and faster, this is a continual challenge for all of us, staying current. Are you reading regularly in your field, going to conferences, getting your professional CEUs? Do you have anything you have done that is worthy of sharing in an article or presenting at an association meeting? Every industry from paving to pizzas is innovating. Are you? We're surrounded by smart people who are very active, and many are back in school just to stay current. I'm not saying it's easy, but I am saying that to sell yourself and your ideas, it is a key ingredient to your future. What is your strategy for staying relevant? For me, I take on new projects that force me to stretch.
Like the one this week.
That's right. Well, and another one was to prove that, to show that improvements in data quality within the financial industry directly ties to improvements in the business's financial performance. I had to do a lot of research for that project. And yes, this week I'm learning about fracking. Well, know your claim, know your brag, know your scope, and know how to stay relevant. This is what makes you a star. Get today's handout at myvaluetree.com. Shine brightly. I'm Coach Davis.
This is my little card here?
That's your card.
That's what you can download.
On souvenir quality
Know
paper.
why you are unique. Know your heritage of great projects. Know the sweet spot of project size, and know how to stay current.
I love it. This is really good stuff.
So, having read who was that guy that used to, Tom Peters? Was that the
Absolutely.
guy, the excellent guy?
Tom Peters, yeah. Search of Excellence.
But that's kind of old now, isn't it?
Well,
Or the principle's still valid.
the principles are still entirely valid.
Okay.
And these 4 things we talked about today
Yes.
are entirely valid when it comes to you selling yourself.
There you go. It's 7:30. By the way, I do want to thank Luke's Donuts in Avon for providing the donuts for the morning show. It's
The Boston cream and
deadly stuff.
those
It's
guys
great.
are good.